Due to this weekend's weather conditions, we unfortunately had to cancel Saturday and Sunday's performances, a first in Kingsman history. If you have purchased lawn boxes, please call our office at 805-493-3014 to reschedule or request a refund if necessary. We sincerely apologize for this inconvenience.
Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scenes here
at the Kingsman Shakespeare Festival! Huzzah!
Last Friday was the opening of our production of Shakespeare's most comedic tragedy, Richard III. Here's what the audience had to say about it.
I love Buckingham. Great actor, great character.
I thought it was fabulous. Absolutely was one of the best shows I've ever seen here.
Oh, it was great.
No, I loved it. It was great. It was especially nice being close to the stage like this, too.
We enjoyed it tremendously. The production was beautiful. The setting is beautiful. It was a great atmosphere, and the actors were very, very talented.
The show was really good. You know, it was really cool. You could tell they all did a lot of work. It was awesome. Yeah.
The best psychotic serial killer I've ever seen. Loved it.
The best ever.
I thought the scene with Anne when she was being seduced, which is such a hard scene to do, I thought that was amazingly well done. I thought the entire cast did a great job.
It was fantastic. I'd never seen Richard III before, and I loved it. Come see it.
This Thursday, the Rhodes Junior Apprentice Company will perform King Lear on Streeter Stage. I got a chance to ask some of the junior apprentices what they've learned while being an apprentice this summer.
We're a group of high schoolers, and we get together and study Shakespeare, and we're putting on our own play, King Lear. I think I've learned just a lot about how to break down the words of Shakespeare and understand the meaning of Shakespeare, since this is my first year doing Kingsman and doing a Shakespeare play. I was in Camp Shakespeare, and I think I found out more about the junior apprentices through that, and I thought that was something that I would really like to do, so that's how I decided to get into it.
I actually started acting here at Camp Shakespeare. I've gone very far from that, but going into junior apprentice is like a big difference. You learn improv, and it's like a whole different atmosphere, and it's really made me more confident.
This is my 4th year here, and I keep coming back because it's always a great summer experience, and it really lets me connect with people that I usually wouldn't get to see. Throughout the whole experience, I've learned about Shakespeare and improv more than anywhere else.
This is basically where I've learned everything that I know about acting, definitely everything that I know about improv. A lot of it is the people. The junior apprentices they're amazing people, and they're basically my only friends. And it's just a great experience, and I love doing Shakespeare.
I also got a chance to sit down with Andy Babinski and ask him about his role with the junior apprentices.
The Junior Apprentice program started maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and it was just high school students in the area, and they would open up. There's a green show before every performance of apprentices and interns, and then there's a show ahead of that called Will's Corner, in which the junior apprentices go off to the amphitheater and do improv games for audience members that want to go. It's a lot of fun. And then immediately before the show, the junior apprentices go out and collect the donations. Then they decided to have put on a full show. I have directed, picked the shows, and run them for the past 5 years now. Every year I try to pick ensemble plays. I'll never do Hamlet. I'll never do Richard III, because I want them all to work together as a group. It's all about encouragement, getting them to encourage each other, and which I think goes well beyond Shakespeare. It applies, well, to all theater and then to life in general. The emphasis to me is on education. It's rehearsing the show, and then I teach them about Shakespeare, not so much Shakespeare lived in England and here's what life was like, but Shakespearean acting. And then I also teach them basic acting techniques, more natural stuff that will apply to plays outside of Shakespeare. Really believe teaching and ideally directing is all collaborative. I mean, a great teacher won't get much if the students aren't invested. They all want to be here all the time. I'd love to say it's because they all can learn even when they're not on stage, and to some degree that's true. Mostly they love to hang out with each other. One of the first things we do is we have these questions they ask just for character analysis. Then once we figure out what some of the themes we want to play are, how does my character fit into that theme? So many of Shakespeare's plays, especially the dramas, it's not just that they're powerful, Measure for Measure explores mercy at some point and justice. They're both important. Richard, he's evil, 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 you could say, but then again, the people he offs have bad histories, and a lot of the text seems to indicate he's God's scourge. He's God's weapon to wipe these people out. Once you start thinking about things like that, it's more than just powerful, it's thought-provoking. Lear is one of those plays that I really love in that as deep and as wonderful and powerful, even if you don't get those levels, the story itself is still compelling and exciting. And people who don't get anything more than just the basic plot are going to love it.
That's all from us this week of Behind the Scenes here at Kingsman Shakespeare Festival. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Until next week, we'll be seeing you here at the
Kingsman Shakespeare Festival.
Woo!